Hey guys, it is Shadow here, and wow, 23 years. I can't believe it's been that long. I can't believe it's been 3 years since I did my Dreamcast video back in 2019. I can't believe we're to this point. So this year I thought I would do something special, and for the 25th anniversary in a couple years, I'll definitely revisit this, because probably by then my Dreamcast collection will probably be even better than what it already is. So this is the box that you guys saw about, what, 2-3 months ago, if not more than that, that has this thing, that had this thing in it. So this thing is still going. It is serving its purpose very well, including playing Phantasy Star Online with this thing, which I am joining. I'm joining Silverant whenever they're doing the big Dreamcast night, which is normally on like Friday nights, I think. So that's interesting. But I thought I would give you guys a little look into the collection, and how it is right now. So obviously we have this, everything's hooked up to the TV over here. So I'm going to slide all of this out of the way, and I think we should start with accessories. So I still have this. This is the white Dreamcast controller that I've been using since I bought my original Dreamcast back in 2014. This is the same one that I've been using since then, and it works like a charm. No problem with the stick, no problem with the buttons, no problem with the D-pad. It still has the old rumble pack, and you guys will notice something a little different here. We'll get back to this later. So I have that controller, this controller that came with the Dreamcast, came with the Japanese one, which is another white one, or it's supposed to be the off-white, but due to its yellowing and age, it's not. Oh, there it is. I have this black, well, it's technically the smoky gray controller, and you'll notice this, and the little bit of yellowing that's here on the thumbstick. There's a specific story I'm gonna have to get into for this, but there it is. I have my red controller, which this has gone up a lot in price. This has really gone up a lot in price, and I'm shocked that it has. So we have this with two white VMUs, and then this one has its gray VMU. And I'm looking for the red VMU for this one, but no luck finding it in the wild. It is a very difficult thing to acquire, sadly. And then I have my blue controller, which I believe this was the second controller I bought. I want to say it was. And this one has got some really bad yellowing on the thumbstick, sadly, but everything else works pretty well. It works pretty well for what it is, all things considered. And I have my performance memory card in the back here, plus the blue VMU. Now, my old Dreamcast, like my American one that I had before this one, if you guys don't remember, I said back in the unboxing for the Japanese Dreamcast, I gave my little brother my old Dreamcast. So he has the green controller with the green VMU. I'm gonna have to buy those myself again, but he has those. And now we're gonna get into oh yeah, I have a mega memory card from Performance as well. Four different memory cards in one. Just think of it like the 4X memory card, only instead it's by Performance with a switch instead of a button. Pretty much this. This without the button, it's just a switch, and you can't do like you can with the official Sega 4X memory card, because at least with the Sega one, you can do it while the controller's in. With this one, you can't. You have to take it out of the Dreamcast controller and flick the switch in order to get it, exactly right. So let's get on to the boxed accessories. Now I have this Dreamcast controller box, which was for one of the controllers I bought in the past, but I kept the box. It's got a little damage on it, which hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt near as bad as you would think. Let's see, because this was bought at an FYE. I know that because I know FYE stickers. And I can't even tell what the price was on this, but, other than that one side, everything else is in relatively good shape, all things considered. Just this one portion here, it's not good. I bought this at, I believe it was MegaCon last year. I went, or no, it was this year. It had to have been this year. Unless maybe it was last year, I can't remember. But I got a PAL box. I do not have the controller. I only have... Funny enough, it came with the manual. All three of the... Well, not three, but you guys are about to see the third one. All three of these have their instruction manuals with them, which is... I don't know if that's a rare thing or what, but it is what it is. And then this one is like the piece de resistance. This is my holy grail at the moment when it comes to my Dreamcast collection in terms of controllers. The Millennium 2000 controller in the box has the manual with it and everything. Now, I said there was a story with this controller. This part right here and this both came from this controller. And the reason why is because I did not want that on this controller, at least not right off the bat. Once I can get it retro bright, do the retro bright and everything, and get the yellow off of it, I'll totally put that back on the original controller, just so that way we don't have to worry about it. Now we'll move on to the last couple of accessories that I have here before we get on to all of the games that I own, which is a good few games. Let's just be real here. It's a good few games, including one big one that I don't know how many people are going to expect this, but it's pretty sweet. So this is one of the last accessories. I also, a few months ago, I bought three controller extenders because they were cheap. I think they were like $2 or $3 a piece at a retro game shop around town. So I have those. The other one was hiding back behind me. And they all work. They all work. We don't have any problems with the cords. It's really just, it's mainly the plug on the front. I don't know if it might not just be dirty or what, but I'll have to figure out a way to clean those contacts. But this I bought about 4 years ago. No, about 5 years ago. And it's a Dreamcast CD wallet. Now, a lot of people might know the leather version of this. I did not know that this particular felt one here existed. I know. Ah, you've got PlayStation 2 games in there. That's blasphemous. It kind of is. But these are all the disc-only games, plus a busted copy of NCAA Football 2003 that when I was repairing one of my old Xboxes, the disc slipped off the spindle and absolutely killed the back of it. So and it's all yellowed on the inside and everything, but it holds the games, nothing gets scratched. And this is cool too. It's not part of the Dreamcast, but I found this Game Shark 2 disc at a thrift store. At a freaking thrift store. Absolutely mind-blowing. And I got it for like $2, something like that. So I'm happy to have this in my possession. And it only cost me like $5. Obviously that was pre-pandemic. Oh yeah, I forgot to get to this. The box for the 4X memory card that you guys saw in the white controller, or in the off-gray controller, I'm sorry. It's a very nice box. It's in really good shape. I did not pay this much for it. I wish I did. It's about, I think I paid $60 for this, which is pretty good for that. And then of course the VMU Blues box that I bought from 2014. And now we get to the fun part, the part that you've all been waiting for. Which, you know, we're gonna go in alphabetical order, kind of like most collectors do. I got Codebreaker, and this is what I was telling you guys about. You know, it's insane that I even have it. Like, absolutely insane that I even have this. And it's got all of the, like the entirety of the manual with it, and it's got the disc. Everything about it is exactly what you want out of this. You wanna know the best part about this? $10. $10 frickin' dollars. And we're done with that one. Let's move on to another good one, Choo Choo Rocket. And the manual for this one is in really bad shape, and it's quite a shame too. But you know, it is whatever. Now let's get one of the best series Sega ever made out of the way. Crazy Taxi and Crazy Taxi 2. Two exclusives for the Dreamcast. And, you know, it absolutely, I mean, I'm not going to show the bottoms of the discs. That was really the only one. It's a force of habit for me. But the manual's in good shape. The back of the case is in even better shape, which I need to get autofocus back working, but it's not going to work. So I kind of have to manually focus this myself, which is very difficult to do, but it's in really good shape. Like, both of these are in really good shape. And can you guys take a guess at how much I paid for these? I think I paid 20 for this and 10 for the first one. And they are in like perfect shape for the most part. I think there might be like 1 or 2 scratches on the bottom of both 1 and 2, but I can't remember. So the first Japanese version Dreamcast game that we have is Dead or Alive 2, with the very suggestive disc art. That is very Japan. It's got the spine card, it's got all of the inserts, and I paid, I think, $15 for this when I went to Holiday Matsuri last year. But man, oh man, I'm happy to have this version, because if I remember right, they censored some stuff in the American version. I can't remember though. But I wanted it on. I wanted the Japanese version, so that's the biggest reason why I went for this one. Next up is arguably one of the worst games on the Dreamcast, and I hate that this is this way, but I think you guys can kind of take a guess. I'll give you guys a few seconds here to take a guess. Okay, have you guessed? Alright, it's Fighting Force 2. This could have been such a good game. I mean, I love it for nostalgia's sake. I mean, seeing this disc takes me back to, because this was one of the games that I had from my cousin's Dreamcast collection, was Fighting Force 2. I only had the disc, sadly, but I did, I did have it. But Eidos, sadly, you dropped the ball on this one. But I still have fun with it to this day. So, I mean, it can't be all that bad if you still have fun with the game. Grandia 2. Now, I have not made it too bad far into this game, but I have been loving every second that I've been playing of it. And, oh yeah, I forgot, it had the soundtrack with it. It has, like, it's got 12 songs on it. Perfect for playing in my PlayStation. But this game is great. Like, I love it. I absolutely love this game. I love all the characters. I love the work that they've done. Like, everything. The models look really good. The backgrounds are stunning. Everything about this game, to me, the soundtrack is phenomenal. And I love how it's a turn-based RPG, because turn-based RPGs are they're my favorite RPGs, but I still have a soft spot for action RPGs. And obviously, Phantasy Star Online is one of them. Even though it's more of a online multiplayer, a multiplayer online RPG. Even though I guess you could call it an MOARPG, multiplayer online action RPG. I don't know. Next game up is Hidden and Dangerous, which is a port of the PC version to Dreamcast, and they did not... This one is another nostalgia one, because this is another one that I had as a kid. I know, rated M for mature. Why are you playing it as a kid? Well, I'll be honest, what was it? Oh, Animated Blood and Animated Violence. A World War II game that came to Dreamcast, which, I mean, for a PC port, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. I have a lot of nostalgia for this one. So, Hidden and Dangerous. I feel like that's one that people should get, if anything, just because with the keyboard. I don't have the keyboard yet, but with the keyboard, you have the full PC controls at your fingertips. You can literally use the same layout that they use in the PC version, which is great. So let's grab the next start of the next stack of games. Ooh, this one is a throwback. NCAA Football 2K2 Road to the Sugar Bowl, Road to the Rose Bowl, with my boy Drew Brees on the front here. Now, this one I bought brand new. I bought this brand new for about, I think 25 or 30 bucks back in 2016. I got it Christmas of 2000 and, or no, it would have been Christmas 2015. And it's okay. I like my college football games. I played them a lot, on the original Xbox, but this one, it uses the same, like, physics engine, the same game engine, Visual Concepts made this one, and it plays just like NFL 2K1, but it's like if NFL 2K1 had a, I don't know, if it got messed up. Let's just say that. Speaking of NFL 2K1, NFL 2K1, one of it's the highest ranked Dreamcast game, and the highest ranked, I believe, sports game ever. And there's no denying it. There's no denying how great of a game this is. Despite the fact that I suck at these games. I love these games, but I suck at them. Or at least the Dreamcast ones. I can play the original Xbox, I can play 360. Heck, I can play Madden 22, and it's not that bad. I mean, now this is a hot take, I know, right in the middle of the video, but I personally enjoy Madden 22 since they gave it away on Twitch Prime, but I'm not going to say it's the best Madden ever. It's not even close. It's not even close to one of the best. But you guys roast me in the comments, do whatever you want, but that's just my opinion. Alright, next game up, and a Christmas present from this past Christmas. NFL 2K2. I want to get all of the NFL games. I'm just missing the original 2K. Dude, that is one of the most common games on the Dreamcast. I hear you yell, and you're right. It's just whenever I go to game stores, I just don't ever... I'm not ever looking for NFL 2K. I'm not looking for the original NHL 2K, NBA 2K. I'm not looking for any of those. I'm looking for other games. Now, sadly, this next game is a broken game, but I'm looking for another a disc-only copy to replace this disc. NFL Blitz, the classic, the legend. Sadly, this copy is completely busted. It looks to me, just looking at the bottom of the disc, it looks like it got overbuffed. So it's completely dead. It's donezo. But the next game is not. NFL Blitz 2001, which I've played several matches of this, and I love this game to death. If I could get my friends over to play Dreamcast, I would totally pop this in, and we'd probably all play NFL Blitz. Just because of the wild, zany arcade football experience that you get in this game. And the fact that it was pretty much a direct port, for the most part, to the Dreamcast just makes it all the much better. So, NFL Blitz 2001. It wouldn't be a Dreamcast video if I didn't... It wouldn't be a Shadow video either. A Project Shadow video if I didn't mention it. My favorite game of all time, Phantasy Star Online. I have both versions. I bought this at MegaCon this year. And it's got everything. Like, I mean, everything. I don't... Except maybe the... No, I've got the spine card. It's even... Yeah. Here we go. Here's where everything is. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I think I put the spine card inside the manual. But I do have the spine card. And of course I've got Adventure 2 The Trial as well, which I've been tempted many times to make this its own single game. But I mean, I would do it just like this one, but it's kind of hard to do that. I'm not taking the disc out because you guys cannot have my serial number and access key. Because if I ever get a Dream Pie, I'm gonna play version 1 online too. But this is the one that I play online, and I need to get the Japanese version of it. That's probably gonna be what I get at Holiday Matsuri this year, if I can find a copy. Phantasy Star Online version 2. Oh yeah, that's right. I also have the Silverant Patcher disc, so that way I can play on Silverant on Phantasy Star Online version 2. Because it's the only way to access it if you have a broadband adapter. At least without having any problems, from what I know. Another Japanese title here, Power Stone. Now, a lot of people, it seems that their first experience with Power Stone was the Japanese version. That seems to be what a lot of people's experiences were if they played it before the Dreamcast itself came out here in the States. Or I guess here in North America. And absolutely amazing disc art from Capcom. I love Capcom. I love their old fighting games. I was never really that much of a fighting game kid growing up, but when I played Power Stone, and I played it on a Dreamcast emulator before I got my first Dreamcast, or my Dreamcast after my original one was donated. I loved it. Next game, Quake 3 Arena. One of the best. I mean, I'd say this was a better port than Hidden and Dangerous was. And this was an easy $15 purchase about 2.5 years ago. Fight or be finished. I mean, this game is legendary. Like, just legendary, not only in the PC space, but also the Dreamcast space. Because it's an unbelievable port. You wouldn't think it would work that well on Dreamcast, but I mean, it doesn't. It works better. It works better when you have the mouse and keyboard, but you know, I don't know. I like it. Even with the controller, I like it, which is not a good thing necessarily. Speaking of fighting games earlier, Ready to Rumble Boxing. One of the staples to me of the Nintendo 64 in my childhood, because I had this on Nintendo 64. I did not have it on Dreamcast, but it was always the Dreamcast version I wanted, because it's literally the best version. I don't know if the same can be said for its sequel, Round 2. Maybe it's good on the PS2. Maybe it's better than the Dreamcast on the PS2. I don't know. I highly doubt it though, because I still like the Dreamcast more than the PS2, and I love having my PlayStation 2. That's why I keep my PlayStation 2 on top of the table and my Dreamcast down at the bottom, because I don't want them fighting when I'm not looking. Next game up, Sega Rally 2. Now, I am not very good at this game. I'm good at racing games. I love racing games. You know, I play Forza, but I can't play Sega Rally. I've tried several times. I've tried so much. I'll probably give it another shot, give it another go, but I love how it, I love how it plays, but I'm just not good at it. Now is one that I'll piss a lot of people off with this, because I've had this game for a long time and I still have not beaten it. Yes, I have Shenmue. I do not have the manual for it, sadly, but I do have Shenmue. It has the passport disc and all 3 discs. I have not beaten Shenmue yet. I've had it for, oh gosh, going on probably 7 years, 6 years, something like that. And I still have not beaten it. I know, flame me in the comments for this one too, because this is a phenomenal game. I can just never find the time. I can never find the time to beat Shenmue. I haven't even gotten off disc 1 yet. Next game up, Sonic Adventure, the de facto classic for the Dreamcast, the hit, I guess you could call it, the bestseller of the Dreamcast, and one of probably my second favorite Sonic game on the Dreamcast. Well, there was only 3, but okay, this is my second favorite 3D Sonic game, and that's obviously going to be overshadowed by our next one here, another Japanese title, Sonic Adventure 2 Birthday Pack. Now, if you guys look right here, it was only sold for 2 days in the year 2001, June 23rd and 24th, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Sonic. And there was a slight rip up here. I don't know. I think I got that. I think it was that way when I got it, which, again, another Christmas present. Absolutely incredible to have this. This was something that I wanted when I first got my Dreamcast. This was like the thing I wanted. And I'm gonna go ahead and open it, show you guys. It has everything in it. Like, this thing, it's got this, and it's got the little little pamphlet here. It's got the coin, and it's got the soundtrack. For 10 years, celebrating 10 years of Sonic, which is, gosh, I can't believe we're at what? We've passed the 30th anniversary hour. I'm 23, and I'm turning 24 in 2 months' time. And that makes me feel old. I'm 23, about to be 24, and it makes me feel old. And then here's Adventure 2 itself, which is in phenomenal shape because this was brand new. I might show some footage from the unreleased unboxing of this. The reason why it's unreleased unboxing is because when I unboxed this back in December of last year, or was it might have been early January, I did not have audio recording. It's because I didn't record it off my phone. I was recording it off of my webcam. My webcam I had just gotten, and did not record audio because I was a dummy and didn't make sure of that before I started recording. But you know, live and learn. So we got one game left, and that's Soul Calibur. Now, I did another unboxing video of this about 6 years ago, and my lord, I'll show footage of that too, because when I got this, I got it for like 25 bucks, and off of Amazon. This was an Amazon purchase. I don't buy retro stuff off of Amazon. I got lucky with this. You have no idea how lucky I am to have gotten this in as good a shape as it was in for 25 bucks. Granted, that was 6 years ago. That was, you know, pre-COVID and all the stupid madness. But, you know. Now, the last two items here are not really special. It's both of the web browsers. Now, the web browser here came with my Dreamcast that I bought back in 2014. I think I need to give this to my brother so that way he's got the complete box. That way he's got the complete box. But web browser 2.0, I got this at a thrift store for $1, and it was brand spanking new. Obviously it's not anymore, but you know, it works. So that's it. That's everything in my Dreamcast collection. So happy 23rd Dreamcast. Can't believe we're to this point. Can't believe at the moment I'm as old. I guess what? Yeah, because I mean that would make 23rd, 2019 to 2022. Yeah, that would definitely be 23. Happy 23rd in America. And then I'm gonna say this for the future. Happy 24th, because I was, like I said, if you guys do the math, 1998 was when I was born. So I was born 2 weeks before the Dreamcast came out in Japan. So technically, I'm as old as the Dreamcast is in Japan, and at the moment, until November hits, I am as old as the Dreamcast is in America, which is absolutely amazing. And thank you guys for watching, and let me know, please tell me in the comments, what is your Dreamcast story? Did you ever own a Dreamcast when you were a kid? Did you own one later on in life? Did you have friends that had Dreamcasts? If so, what all did you play? I'm so curious about people's Dreamcast stories because I absolutely love the Dreamcast, and the fan base for the Dreamcast is such a strong one because Sega left such a lasting memory in this console, because it was their last dance. And it's such a shame that this one was their last dance, because it had so many amazing games on it. Should have never died like it did. It should have went on to be what saved Sega, in my opinion. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.